Here is your vice president, who today was the only one at the Mayo Clinic seen not wearing a mask, touring COVID wards and testing facilities at a huge hospital. No mask.
I do have to ask you about your husband not wearing the mask when he was touring the Mayo Clinic. Why wasn't he wearing one?
That's a great question. I'm glad that you asked me. First of all, it was a great visit to Mayo. They're doing amazing research with the blood from recovering COVID-19 patients. And as our medical experts have told us, wearing a mask prevents you from spreading the disease. And knowing that he doesn't have COVID-19, he didn't wear one. It was actually after he left Mayo Clinic that he found out that they had a policy of asking everyone to wear a mask. So, someone who's worked on this this whole task force for over 2 months is not someone who would have done anything to offend anyone or hurt anyone or scare anyone. So I'm glad you gave me the opportunity to talk about that.
That passive aggression was spooky. Thank you so much for asking me about this question. I didn't think I'd get this on Fox and Friends. This is supposed to be friendly, but I will filibuster and say, oh, I'm so glad that you asked me. It's really Dolores Umbridge-esque. I have no problems making fun of the Pence family. They are odious in both the new age Republican ways where they're bigoted, but also in the old school ways where they're religious and hypocritical and hate LGBTQ people. I'm surprised that Mike Pence let her speak publicly, because I realized that was the first time I'd really heard her talk, and that's because, she's a good Christian lady and she's got to keep it buttoned up, and Pence isn't allowed to have dinner with another woman if she's not there. Again, that blows my mind how backwards and 1930s that is, but yeah, that guy could be the president if Trump's constant eating of steaks and ketchup finally catches up to him. But back to the substance of it. Yeah, reporters who were on that beat said the Mayo Clinic definitely informed them that they should be wearing masks. And it's not for people who are symptomatic. It was so he could send a message and have an optic moment where, oh, this isn't really that bad. This isn't really that bad. And the Mayo Clinic itself contradicted that ridiculous PR spin that the Pences in the White House are trying to put forward. Speaking to reporters following his visit, Pence said he did not wear a mask because he had tested negative for the coronavirus. Pence said he was following CDC guidelines, about mask wearing, which recommended the wearing of masks in public to prevent the spread of the virus. In a since-deleted post, the Mayo Clinic's Twitter account said they had informed the vice president of the masking policy prior to his arrival today. The Mayo Clinic posted later Tuesday that they were grateful for the visits to the clinic by Pence and Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, and look forward to continued collaboration to develop essential testing and treatment for our patients and communities. So basically, they were strong-armed into walking that back. But luckily, there were reporters there who confirmed that everyone in attendance knew. And that's why everyone in attendance was wearing a mask. They were touring a COVID floor. And he wasn't wearing a mask. His anti-science demeanor, belief system, it's dangerous. And we've seen it when he was governor of Indiana. It was part of why HIV/AIDS spread so thoroughly in that state, was because he did not believe in the science. And we're seeing that here. He's using his visibility and leadership to be actively anti-science, to show people, oh, it's fine, you can go out in public without a mask. That's the only reason you're doing it. It's the only reason, for the exact photo op. And then they're pretending, feigning ignorance after the fact. These things have power. These images have power. And he knows the danger of it and doesn't care. Now, I'm sure, if he prays enough, God won't give him coronavirus, but we'll see what happens here. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, it's either he's the dumbest person in the world because everyone who goes to the grocery store has to wear a mask. We all know this. Or he's deliberately misleading everyone. And that's the reality. That's the actual reality. And it's gross And it's all a PR marketing ploy to make them look better, no matter the deadly message it sends.